Is it live?
Yeah, it's live.
Okay, cool.
Hey y'all, what's up?
What's up, everybody? We about to go live right now. We are recording episode number 7 with Reginald Kelly, and we're about to get started now. So stay tuned and enjoy.
Richie Reggie.
Huh?
Richie Reggie.
Oh, Reggie.
Yeah.
All right,
Richie.
my bad, Reggie.
Richie
Reggie.
How you doing?
Richie Reggie Kelly.
Yeah. That's
Richie
it.
Reggie Kelly.
That was a rap line one time. Richie Reggie Kelly balling with the Fetty.
Richie Reggie Kelly.
All right,
Cool.
All right.
and we're about to start. Welcome to the Produce for Yourself podcast. I am your host, Quinton Lewis, alongside,
Terran Lewis.
and this is episode number 77. And we have our celebrity artist and multi-business owner, Richie Reggie Kelly. How you doing, Richie?
Yes, sir. How you doing? I'm good, man.
I'm doing all right. How about you, Taryn?
I'm doing good.
Good. So we have Richie Reggie Kelly. He is a multi-business owner of House of Strokes and Dope Ink Tattoo. And he is also a celebrity artist for artists like Young Thug and Gucci. Man, some big names.
I work with Trouble, man. I work with Leroy Reynolds of the Atlanta Falcons. I work with T.I., Young Dro, Mac Boney. I got a lot of work coming up with Young Scooter, Young Boot of ATL. Drop some stuff for the boy Young Johnny Cinco. Sean P. Got to give a big shout out to my homie Sean P. of Young Bloods. Got some stuff coming with the dude Travis Barker. Got Yellow Wolf coming up. Shout out to Sean for that. Big love, homie.
Cool.
All right.
If I missed anybody, don't take it offensive. I'm in that zone right now.
That's a long
That
resume.
was a roll call for real. And definitely building up a portfolio. That's doing good.
Right.
All right, well, let's get started talking about you because you're quite interesting. So
Right. I mean, I was just researching before I came. I was like, you got some talent. You know what I'm saying? You got some talent. So we really, and then you have a history with him as well, right?
Yeah, so we went to school together, middle school and high school. And so it's just good to see people that you went to school with, you know, doing something and just, you know, building their own path, blazing their own trail. So we definitely want to hear more about that. Let's learn a little bit about your background.
All right. Well, where do you want to start? How do you want to start?
About
Really, just you know what I'm saying? Really, how you get this passion?
I'm born and raised. I'm from Covington, Georgia. Yeah,
Come.
20 East. Yeah, small town, but big mind frame on my end. Let's see.
Big mind frame.
Right.
What school you went to?
I went to Newton High School, Alcovey High School, and Eastside High School. I was a floater.
we went to every high school.
Traveled around.
Yeah,
You got some
not
experience.
purposely. It's just life situation. You know what I'm saying, coming up in the type of environment and the places I came up in. So it just was unfortunate events that put me here. Gotta go live with your aunt for a second. Gotta go stay over here with your cousin them for a minute. You know, and it just kind of happened like that.
So just getting in where you
Getting
could.
in where you fit in at.
So did you have like the entrepreneur mindset when you were growing up, or what did you do? Like, what was your mindset growing up? Like, were you just by the books, did everything basic? Were you like a wild child?
Well, let's see. Really, in all honesty, I watched a lot of entrepreneurs. Coming from like parents. You know what I'm saying? My dad was a kingpin. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, he was a business owner. You know what I'm saying? He owned nightclubs. He owned clothing stores. He owned barbershops and all that kind of cool stuff like that. So I was right there, like, side by side. Ear listening. You know what I'm saying? Paying attention, seeing all that kind of stuff. And my mom, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my mom. She's so cool. She owns like a beauty salon. She's always owned beauty salons ever since I was a little kid.
So you was around business owners, really, just from your day
You know
one.
what I'm
Really.
saying? And she now she owns also Sweet Treats.
Oh, what's that?
It's
Sounds
like
good.
she does like the alcohol cupcakes. She does like goes out and does like the carnival parties and all that kind of cool stuff.
Well, that's real popular.
Sugar Rush.
Right.
That's the name of the company, Sugar Rush.
Sugar Rush?
Yeah.
So you had that creative background,
That's a
really.
buzzword.
That's that inspiration really came from being that artist, probably from her, really.
Well, I always knew how to draw. You know what I'm saying? I always knew how to draw, but in all honesty, I never thought that I would be like drawing, like and actually becoming successful and actually being known for just drawing.
And drawing.
Yeah,
That's what you want to do.
Yeah, that's what it happened like that. You know, it was what I ended up just breaking down. I had went through a lot of life incidents, you know, and it pretty much landed me right there. I did a breakdown of actually like number 250 in the nation, and I went to school, I went to college, whatever, and before like we even get really kicked off good, I ended up coming back to visit my dad, and he got caught up in a real high-profile drug case. All right, so they wanted me to snitch and turn state evidence, so I didn't do it, and I ended up getting locked up. I was arrested. I stayed arrested for 21 days. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't give me a bond for no apparent reason. I ended up getting out, but the crazy thing about it, when I got out, I ended up, you know, thinking that the case was gonna be open and shut, but it pretty much turned into something that would hinder me for like the next 6 years. So I stayed out on bond, just going back and forth to court, back and forth to trial from the time I was 18, pushing almost 25 and a half years old. Yeah.
Hey, how much was you in and out of court?
Oh, I went to court actually like 45 times.
Wow.
Man, that'd have been
6 years.
So
there's probably like more time than anybody's probably gonna ever go in their whole life. But I went pretty much like 45 times from the time I was locked up, from the time they let me out, and I was pretty much going to court like twice, every other month. Sometimes they'll send me up there twice in a month. You know, just craziness, foolishness.
Yeah, if anybody knows, and use court here,
yeah,
court in Atlanta is horrible.
It's annoying.
If anybody really know, if you ever been in court in Atlanta, man, it is the most stressful thing ever.
And I have to separate them because I was actually like, you know, in Newton County.
Oh, okay.
So you do not even want to
still
play.
Georgia, period. Like
you do not even.
They don't even. I done been to a lot of courts in Georgia, and they really don't play.
Yeah. So basically, following off of that, I actually beat the case. You know, clean cut.
Oh,
no felonies, no felonies, no. I'm A1, no Fs.
Hey.
No Fs, man. Shout out to God for that right there. My good attorneys and cash money talks.
Green. That's what's up. And so then how'd you pick up drawing?
Okay, so basically, when it came down to like the 4.5 year mark, I was like, okay, cool. You know, the case is finna be over. I thought like the statute of limitation was gonna run out on the case. But, and I had got back into baseball, actually out, working out, trying out with the minor league Kansas City Royals. I was in Florida. And basically, it was a contract that was being worked up, but due to my situation, they wouldn't allow me to, like, live out of state on felony drug charge bond. So the contract was denied. So I ended up coming back to Atlanta. I'm frustrated. I'm irritated. I'm like, oh, fuck, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? You know what I'm saying? And at that time right there, I actually literally was in the streets. I was selling a whole lot of drugs and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I had to do what I had to do. Had to get it. And basically...
so you was like, I'm not getting no job.
Oh, I couldn't get a job.
Oh, because you
see, I was
so
already
out.
I couldn't get a job because I was already out on felony bond. And when you're on felony bond, they make it very, very hard for you. So, like, they don't never know when you could be locked up or arrested, so they don't want to take a chance on you. And so,
so you had
I basically, you know what I'm saying? I was forced by the system. You know what I'm saying? The system turned me into what I am.
Wow.
You know,
forced him to produce for himself.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't get a job. You know what I'm saying? I remember I spilled out like 20 applications and I was pretty much like flat broke. And I was down to like selling clothes and shoes. You know, I always had hot ass shoes and clothes. So listen, man, I had to sell shoes and clothes, right? And then I'm like, man, you know what, man, fuck this. I can't live like this. This is not it. Yeah. I'm not finna just sit around here and just be looking like this and feeling like this. I'm gonna have to do what I got to do. So I started hustling, and before I knew it, you know, the hustling picked up, and then it really, really picked up, and then it really, 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 really picked up, and then that's when the party got interesting. You know, the party got very, very interesting because then that's when the stress kicked in. And, you know, that's when you get to worry about, dang, is this really my partner, or dang, when the police coming, or dang, You know, you up under this investigation, up under that investigation.
How old was you around this time?
Oh man, let's see. I got caught up in the case at 18. So by the time I was 19 and a half, you know what I'm saying, I pretty much controlled and marketed the whole neighborhood. By the time I was 21, 22, I pretty much supplied like 5 or 6 counties.
Oh wow, wow. So you was definitely doing that. So when did you really start getting into, you know, the art as far as as a business and everything too?
So I was always, the whole time while I'm doing this, I'm just sitting around just drawing, cause you know I'm just sitting around chilling, I'm drawing. Even when I got locked up, I was in there, and the first thing I did was read the Bible and just draw all day. And that's how I just passed my time away. Just read, draw.
Where did the drawings come from? Were you like looking on the computer?
No, I'm just
or were you
having. There ain't no computer in the jail.
Oh, it's in jail. I'm sorry. I don't know where I thought you were.
Nah,
he was talking about.
They got to come out. They got to come out your head in there. So
right.
just reading and drawing, and drawing, and and so basically, man, like I said, when I got back from that baseball trip, they basically backdoored and shut me out on that deal. So basically, I came and I helped her aunt. She was moving. It was raining. You know, I'm tripping. Like, I do not want to help nobody move right now. I'm frustrated. I'm depressed. You know what I'm saying? I look like I want to really help somebody move. And so I went ahead and did it anyway. Because she was like, I really, really need you to come help me move. Like, if you here, I really need you to come help me move. And I'm like, all right, cool, I'll come. So I came, and as I'm helping her move, I find this book, you know what I'm saying, in this attic. And it was called The 13 Secrets of Power Performers. And I was like, whose book is this? What's up? What you want me to do with this stuff? She was like, hey, you can throw it away if you want to. So I'm like, oh, okay. She was like, what, you want that book? I'm like, shit, I don't know. It sounds pretty interesting. It look interesting. You know how you read the back of something? You know what I'm saying? It said some shit and it really caught my eye. And it was like, you know, to become great, you have to do something that you love so much that you can find yourself doing it without actually getting paid for it. So, you know, that's the shit where it caught my attention. So I was like, well, you better go put it in your car if you don't want to lose it. Because after I leave out of here today, fuck this, I ain't never coming back. I'm like, all right, cool. So I ran, I went and put the book and shit in the car. So I get home that night, you know, I take a shower, eat. So I chill, I'm relaxing, I'm sitting on the couch and I'm reading this book, man. I had started playing around with it and I just started thinking. And, you know, it was like, you know, a lot of times in order to find your true purpose in life, you have to go back to your thinking as a child. You have to go back to doing something that you would do unconsciously as a kid. And I kept getting stonewalled because in my mind, I was thinking the only thing I had been doing as a kid was playing baseball. You know what I'm saying? Because no matter what I was always going through, I always did play baseball. But then I knew what the situation was. I knew what the circumstances kind of set with that at the time. So, you know, I'm like, damn, what else do I like? What else do I really, really like to do? And then drawing hit me. And then once I found that part, you know, I had another stage in the book. It was like, you know, once you find out what you really like to do, now think of all the ways that you could actually gain a financial income by doing this.
By doing what you love.
Right.
That's key. That's a major key right there. That's a major key.
Yeah, so I was like, drawing, okay. I was like, so how can I get paid from drawing? And so I got to writing all the ideas down, what people be doing to get paid from drawing and all that kind of stuff. And then it was around the same time that all the tattoo shows started coming on TV.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that when they first started hitting with like Ink Master and, you know what I'm saying, Tattoo Nightmares and all that kind of stuff. And so I'm sitting there and I'm just chilling, I'm watching. I'm like, you know what, man, I believe I probably could do that. I know I could do that.
You definitely can do that.
So I you know, I read and just watched YouTube videos, man, for a few months. And then next thing you know what I'm saying, I end up getting myself a kit. And I got like a little tattoo kit.
That's how I started making stuff. It's like, just get a kit.
Yeah, so I got the kit, man, and it was like, okay, I'm like, damn, this right here. The first few, you know what I'm saying, they wasn't terrible, but they just wasn't fire, but I could see the potential. So, you know what I'm saying, I'm going through this transition, right? You know, I'm like, I'm still selling dope at this time, you know, still hustling.
So you still trying to get to hone your skills and to make some money doing painting.
Exactly. Yeah. So I hadn't even thought about a painting at that time. like none whatsoever. I'm just thinking tattoos. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm sitting around, I'd be in a place, and so I'm literally like, this is where the name of my shop actually come from. Because I'm sitting here, and right over here is like a whole lot of dope. Okay, and then we sitting over here, and like it's ink, tattoo ink, and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, all day long, you know what I'm saying, I'm fighting with myself, because I'm like, man, I'm from dope to the ink, dope to the ink, dope to the ink. Then I was just like dope ink, you know, like dope ink, you know what I'm saying? Because I went from the dope game to the ink game, and it's all a hustle. You know what I'm saying? It all takes, you know what I'm saying, precise, precision hustle. It takes skill. You know what I'm saying? It takes a whole lot of skill and a whole lot of thinking. Because believe it or not, to do a tattoo, it takes a lot of thinking. Because everyone's skin's not the same. Everybody's body is not going to take ink the same. Everyone don't have the same pain tolerance. You know what I'm saying? There's some people you can put a tattoo on them and they can just sit there for hours and hours and hours. There's some people you can do a tattoo on them and they're going to be ready to get up in less than 10 minutes. So, you know, you have to be able to be very, very careful and conscious of what you're working with and who you're working with, and, you know, strategically planning out the tattoo. You know, making sure it's in the right location, making sure that you ain't left a little letter out or a little sign or anything, because they can easily go from Hefe to Jeff. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Wow,
Yeah,
so
it's a process. It's a process.
Yeah, so you want to be, you know, you want to think about what you're doing.
That's very true. I mean, if you want to perfect your craft and master your craft, so it's like you put that energy into it and you continuously make it better and better.
Yeah, because like it's repetition. You know what I'm saying? I tell people all the time, you know, consistency is the key. You know what I'm saying? You can't just think about it. If someone was to walk up and say, I'm going to build this house, well, you're not just going to walk up with a hammer and a piece of wood and nail it one fucking time and you're going to have a house. You're going to have to consistently grab wood, consistently grab nails, consistently go through the process until it's complete. And that's the same way with reaching, you know, peaks in your life and getting things accomplished. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to go through process. And there's going to be some days where, you know, you're not going to be able to get certain things done, because if you look at a house build, there's going to be some days with bad rain, or some days it's just too cold, or some days it's just too hot. So, you know, you don't have to take certain days off. Or it may be one day you go out there and you twist your ankle. So now you can't work at the same process that you was working last week. And it's the same way with anything else that you're doing in life. You're going to have certain things that are going to happen that are going to affect the momentum and the speed that you get things done. But the ultimate goal is, don't let it affect your mind. Don't let it affect your thinking.
No, that's so true, man. That's absolutely, that's one of the things we talk about all the time, about trusting the process, being patient. You know what I'm saying? People, it's an everyday struggle, man. It's an everyday battle, man. You got to get up every single day.
As I always say, it's a marathon, not a sprint. I say that every time.
It is a marathon. I mean, we got to be present. You know what I'm saying? My brother said there's two things we stress about. We stress about the past. We stress about the future.
Yeah.
We worry about the past. We can't do nothing about the past. The past is over and done with.
Right.
The future ain't even happened yet. So you still have an opportunity to change it however you want to change it.
Right.
So if you be present, it's a gift. Open it up.
Right.
Embrace it.
Right. See, I got this little quote that I always tell people too, man. Because it's like this right here, right? So say for instance, right? Mercedes-Benz tells you, hey, you know what? I'm going to give you 1,000 brand new 2017 Mercedes-Benz is getting ready to come out. And they tell you that you have to get on the highway and drive. But the trick is, you can't look out the front window. You got to look out the back window. So, you know what you're going to do with every one of those brand new Mercedes-Benz? You're going to get out there and you're going to fucking crash. You want to know why you're going to crash? Because you're looking at the back, the past. You're looking at the past. You know, so if you're just going through life and you're looking at the past, there's no way that you can focus on what's in front of you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Your goal could be this close, but if you focus on the past, you'll never be able to get it, even though it's right there in arm's reach.
You're going to miss it.
You're going to miss it.
You're going to miss it.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're constantly crashing on the things that you've been there, done that.
It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing.
Gotta let it go. Let it be. All right. And, okay, so I want to figure out, so how did you go from, like, just wanting to do tattoos, learning to do tattoos, and then owning a shop?
Oh, okay. So now that right there got interesting. It got fun at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm doing tattoos, right, and then they all of a sudden they starting to get really, really good. And next thing I know, people started asking me like, "What shop you work at? What shop you work at?" And I'm like, "Oh no, I don't work in no shop. I can pull up on you though." And then I started realizing, that I was missing money. Cause some people like, you know what I'm saying, they don't really want nobody tattooing them at no house and stuff like that. And so in my mind, okay, I'm like, damn, you know what? Cause I was like, I went out and I'm like, let me try to get in somebody's shop. You know what I'm saying? And then they was acting funny. You know what I'm saying? They was acting real funny. Shout out to everybody that acted funny with me. I remember.
Cause you got your own now.
Yeah. And I said, I blew past y'all boys like quickly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But anyways, no hard feeling. We cool.
Okay.
It's all experience, man. Everything be happening for a reason.
Yeah, it's all in the game.
Cause you had bigger plans.
Right. So, anyways, my first so one day, I actually one of my homies was like somewhere and he was showing off his tattoos and he was right there with the Youngbloods rapper Sean P. Of Youngbloods, and he was like, man, he should tag me, man. I want to tag today. I'm like, oh, for real, damn, you want to tag? I'm like, all right, cool. So I ended up going to one of his recording studios, and I tagged him up, and then at that point I went home, and I was really like, damn, I really just.
Oh, you had your stuff on you too.
Yeah, so I had to drive over there to his studio and go do the tattoo. Because at this point, there's no dope ink. I don't have the tattoo shop. Like, none of that has happened. But I in my mind, I'm like, damn, I just tatted platinum recording artists. We don't give a damn, we don't give a fuck. Hey,
that's a big Atlanta.
Yeah, so I'm like, damn, I just did that. I'm like, if I'm good enough to tag him right now, maybe I should be thinking otherwise. And I'm already back though because I can't get it. Nobody wasn't trying to really let me in that spot, And so I'm sitting there and I'm thinking like, damn, there's really no pressure on the cash because in my mind, I'm like, I got the cash. I can just open it up myself. Let me see how much it actually costs.
So you gotta look it up.
Yeah, so people started telling me like it's gonna cost a crazy amount. But you know what I'm saying? The thing about
all these people telling you it's gonna cost a whole bunch of money, but they probably haven't even looked it up themselves.
Yeah, so people telling me crazy shit. So I'm like, what? I'm just gonna actually break it down and look it up myself. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times it will cost you a crazy amount if you fucking crazy and don't know what the fuck you actually looking into. You know what I'm saying? It's only crazy when you do the crazy and don't investigate it. That's what's crazy.
Yeah.
So I actually got to breaking it down, man, and I looked at it and I'm like, what? Hey, that's cool. I can do this right here. You know what I'm saying? Because when the whole time when I was hustling, I was setting myself up if I ever had to go do it in the time that when I come home, I would be able to come home and be comfortable. I didn't want to be one of them dudes out there hustling and, you come home and now you got to try to hustle and scrap it up again. So, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't just out just spending crazy money on ignorant things. So I
saving for winter.
Right, you know what I'm saying? So, and I had my daughter too, so I had a daughter and I really knew I had to let that other lifestyle go because I'd leave and she'd be like, no, Daddy, don't leave. And she didn't even know why she was saying, Daddy, don't leave. But I thank God she was saying, Daddy, don't leave. You know what I'm saying? Because in my mind, I'm like, damn, it's some dope boy, somebody in the trap that's not going to make it home today. He might go to jail. He might, you know what I'm saying, end up dead or he might be in a hospital somewhere. I don't want to be that dude. Because I'm like, man, my little girl is crazy. Like, we got the crazy, super tight bond. You know what I'm saying? She really saved my life.
Right there.
Yeah, she saved my life, you know what I'm saying? So I love her extra hard for that. And so after that right there, I was like, I'm self-made. I'm investing myself. So I invested and I got everything that I needed. I went and got all my license and got everything going and I established Dope Inc. You know what I'm saying? It's off of 6658 Hillendale Drive, Suite A, right off of Evans Mill Road, man. We straight across from the McDonald's and right there by the Chevron gas station.
Okay.
Yeah. And so,
that's what's up, man. You showed no fear. You went out and got it, man. I mean, that's what we really have to do, and that's one of the things with Produce for Yourself that we always say. Go out and do it. Our buddy Craig, he always say, go get it. Like, you can walk in the place and just go get it.
Yeah, you just
it's that open.
you just have to, it's all the map.
Yeah,
So it's just like you just put a map together. You know what I'm saying? In my mind, I had looked at a map, and I was like, okay, you know, just like Seth mentioned, right? If you riding in a car and you got a GPS going, you know what I'm saying? If you see coming up, you know what I'm saying, there may be a little issue somewhere. You know what I'm saying? You may have to get off and take a side road. And it may take you a little longer to get there, you know, just like on my way here, you know what I'm saying? It was a bad accident, so I jumped out, took another side road and turned this way, went that way. But at the same time, you know, it may have took a little longer to get there, but at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, the destination was still reached.
Right.
That's how everything happens in life, you know. You have to be ready for the little small detours, or if you need to jump off this way. And a lot of times you can be riding and you may think that your GPS may say, start off as saying it will take you 45 minutes to get here, but the GPS may be reading that it was something that happened up ahead, but by the time you 20 minutes in, it may be telling you that you 10 minutes closer now, because that accident has been moved. And that's how things start going in your life. Once you actually start getting things going and you're doing things and you're actually in the mix, other doors are going to open up for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, other doors are open up for you, and now you have this bridge way to get across to something that probably would have took a little longer if you didn't just stay consistent. But it's all about just at the end, like we just said, staying consistent and doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Absolutely, man. That's beautiful right there, because the thing is, people have to start, and once you get going, you know, you get that ball rolling.
Right.
All you gotta do is just start.
Right.
You momentum. Just start, man. You get that momentum, right? Once you start. And you just, you know, you'll start getting confidence. You know, that's pretty sure that happened to you. It happened to me. I know it happened to you. Like, once you start getting that momentum, you know, just keep going. You're gonna get better every year, because you're getting more and more experience. We young right now. You say, how old are you?
I just turned 27.
You just turned 27. We're 25. Man, we got such a long way to go. Yeah, a long way to go, man. We really, you know, right now, you just got to keep learning, man. Everything.
It's the snowball effect, you know what I'm saying? That's what I call it.
Yeah.
Like I said, when you get ready to make a snowball or a snowman or something, it don't start off that fucking big like the bottom of the snowman. It starts off small. And then you have to just keep rolling consistently. And as you go, it picks up more weight. It gets more firm. It gets stronger. You know what I'm saying? It gets heavier. You know what I'm saying? It's not that small little fragile ball that you could just poke and then it pops open no more. You know what I'm saying? Because now when you poke it, shit, you know what I'm saying, your hand gonna bounce back a little bit because it's firm. Right. It's tight.
Right.
And that's how it works out generally in life when you just constantly, consistently do and live right.
Okay. And that's absolutely true. So I got a question for you. We asked a lot of our guests this, so why do you feel it's really important, you know, for us, you know, people especially our age, the millennial generation, to produce for themselves and, you know, really, you know, if they feel that need that they, you know, was in a situation like you as far as just like couldn't get a job, you know, they unsatisfied with jobs and stuff like that. We know a lot of people that have graduated from school, can't find a job in their degree. Maybe they have graduated and possibly have a job that's underqualified for them. You know what I'm saying? What do you say to people?
Cool question, man.
Yeah, what do you say to
people? I salute you for this question too, because I actually been wanting to answer. I actually talk about this question a lot without even being asked this question.
Right.
Okay, so basically, I look at it like this right here. No one person was ever, you know what I'm saying, set to just go work and lift boxes and be on a line or nothing like that. And there's no problem if that's what you do, because you may be just the awesomest box lifter or whatever it is that you're doing. But the thing about it is, it's all about finding yourself. You know, finding yourself. And the way that our government is set up is if you don't take that time out to find yourself, then, you know what I'm saying, you ultimately, you know what I'm saying, you get the shit end of the stick. You know what I'm saying? Because you look at it like this right here. You know what I'm saying? You have, like you just said, you have people that went to school and spent all of this money, all of this time on getting these degrees, and yet, you know what I'm saying, they can't get a job. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Right. You know what I'm saying? And now you in all of this debt. So now, let's say now you $80,000 in debt, $100,000 in debt for going to school. And I don't knock school, you know, ain't nothing wrong with school. You know, you got to do what you got to do. But anyways, now you could be a person that actually plot, plan, and strategize something and think of something, and instead of being $80,000 in debt in 4 years, you could actually been there saved $80,000 or accumulated $80,000. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. You have to work and start creating, being creative.
Yeah, start. You know,
you got skills. People have natural skills.
Yeah, natural skills. You know what I'm saying? Your natural abilities will take you further than anything else in the world.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's all a natural skill. You know, and what someone else's natural skill may not be your natural skill. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't sing on a microphone like Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? But I can paint.
Right. You gotta be you.
You gotta be you.
Gotta be
you. Know
you. Be yourself.
So many
be
people
yourself.
get lost. You know what I'm saying? You know, in other people.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You got people that can draw, but they trying to make rap music. You know what I'm saying? You got rappers, you know what I'm saying, who rapping when they should be singing. You know, you got singers that singing, you know what I'm saying, when they should be probably rapping. You know what I'm saying? You got a drummer trying to play the drums when he should be somewhere pumping the saxophone. You know what I'm saying? You got people that are playing football when they should be somewhere playing basketball. You got people playing basketball when they should be somewhere playing baseball.
And those people end up miserable.
Yeah, because they missed it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has a wave. You know what I'm saying? You got to be man enough and strong enough to sacrifice and say, I'm going to catch this wave. You know what I'm saying? It's just like the surfer out there. You know what I'm saying? When they see a wave getting ready to come, when they hear about it's going to be a big wave, they prepare themselves for it. They go get it. You know what I'm saying? And they get out there and they ride the wave.
Right.
You know, you're gonna see some people get out there and they gonna get scared as soon as the wave comes. They freeze up. Or you're gonna see some that's gonna jump on it, but they gonna fall off. But you're gonna see some out there that's actually riding the wave to the highest pedestal.
You know what I'm saying? Man, that's deep right there. Man. That was that question right there.
Yeah. Oh, so you did recommend a book. Do you recommend any other books? What was the book again for?
The 13 Secrets of Power Performers by Roger Dawson.
That sounds like an awesome book to read.
And
I've been looking for books to read, so I'm definitely gonna check that out.
Like I have like a full library now. It was like I read that book and I was like, shit, this is real. You know, and they, you know, and this is one of the big things that they say. I always tell a lot of black guys, you know, don't be scared to read. You know what I'm saying? Because that's one of the big things that they say you want to hide something from a black person, want to hide something from a black man, put it in a book. You know what I'm saying? Put it in a book.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it is, but we definitely got to read, man. Reading has did a lot for me, you know what I'm saying? Reading certain books, it's meant a lot of books. I know Secrets of the Soil, because I'm really into gardening and stuff like that. So me reading one of my books, man, it really changed a lot of my life too, you know what I'm saying? I know it did for you.
Soap making books and skincare books and apply it. Just when you apply it to what you're doing, like, and see how it works, I think that's like a sense of accomplishment, a great sense of accomplishment. Oh, and we still got some time. So we need to talk about your second.
Oh yeah.
Like, how did you? I want to know because this is so interesting. He's a multi-business owner.
The second business.
Yeah,
that second business.
So the second business is House of Strokes Sip and Paint Art Studio. Now that was actually established this September.
Okay.
So it's pretty much brand new. Okay. You know, but it's been very, very cool. It's been very awesome. But basically, I've only been a painter. Like, I've only been painting for a year. So I had my tattoo shop open for about a year, and I'm just in there chilling one day, and you know, I had an artist. He had just got in from what was that? I think he was out. He's in Texas now. I forget where he came from. A shout out, Mike. Anyway, yeah, we cool. That's my buddy. We tight. But anyways, he was like, yeah, man, you know, I be painting. You know, I do like, he does like airbrush and all this kind of stuff. I'm like, oh, no, I don't do no airbrush. I ain't fucking
Michael Hyde?
Yeah, shout
out,
Mike.
He went to high school with us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so, anyways,
he's dope.
Bro was like, yeah, man, you probably could paint. I'm like, nah, I don't really do no paint. Because at the time when he came to see me, he was trying to crisp up on his tattoo thing.
Okay.
You know, so I'm telling him what he need to do to tattoo. And I'm like, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? You like, yeah, you know, I painted this right here, Reg. I'm like, you know what, I believe I probably could paint. He like, yeah, you can paint. Yeah, hell yeah. So I'm asking him all kind of question like, what is this? He like, oh, that's canvas. I'm like, oh yeah, canvas painting, that's it. You know, I'm green, I'm lame. I'm lame to the whole painting thing. You know what I'm saying? Because in all actuality, you know what I'm saying, I'm really pretty much coming out. I'm still transitioning. I've been in a tattoo shop for a year, but you got to think back. I just spent 6 years straight in the street. So, you know what I'm saying, everything is still a transition to me.
Right.
You know, the whole art industry and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's still brand new to me. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, it's still brand new right now. Because it's been, in January coming up, it'll be 2 years that I've had Dope Ink open. Okay. And so it hasn't even been 2 years that I've had both of the businesses established.
Okay.
So I ended up doing a painting, and it came out, and it did not look like I had just did my first painting. Like people were tripped out on me, like, "Oh nah, hell nah, you ain't just did nothing like that, not for no first time." I did the scene from Dead Presidents when the lady come out the trash can with the gun.
Oh, the Dead Presidents with the white face.
Yeah, that was my first one.
So you was tattooing, so you definitely had to already know how to draw too.
So I'm like, you know what, I can do this. Yeah, so I did it, and it came out like super, super, super hard. And I'm like, okay, I might got the juice. Hey now, I'm for real. I'm like, I may just have the juice. And so I just kept going. You know, I did some other scenes, and then before I knew it, you know, and I had people like, hey, how much you want for it? Yeah. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Follow your passion.
Yeah,
Follow
so
your passion.
Like, okay. So they want to pay me for this. And so I started actually like looking into the art, like the business of art. You know, I started looking into like how much these people actually sell these paintings for and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh man, this right here is pretty cool. Yeah. You know, and so then I went through another phase, and I was just like, after like a couple months, man, I was like, you know what, man, fuck it, I don't feel like painting anymore. So I just stopped painting for like a couple months, and people like, you can get no more painting, you're not painting. I'm like, oh no, I'm not painting right now. I don't want to paint, you know. I had some personal things going on, and so I just kind of like lost my feel for painting. And I ended up, what happened was I had did this painting, right? I had did this portrait of T.I. At this time right here, you know what I'm saying? I just did it because I wanted to see if I could do a portrait.
Oh, okay.
You know, so I'm like, okay, I came up, you know what I'm saying, listening to this. You know, I like Tip. He's pretty cool. He's dapper, you know what I'm saying? So
that's another Atlanta right there.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I go to breakfast, my favorite spot, you know what I'm saying? I go hit Thumbs Up one morning.
I knew you was gonna say Thumbs Up.
Yeah, that's my spot.
So good.
Yeah, that's my spot.
The breakfast spot.
Yeah, man. So I go hit Thumbs Up. I just had bought the brand new 2016 Mustang. Okay. You know, shout out to Ford. Okay, yeah. So I'm in the restaurant and I'm ordering my food. You know, and I look up and it's Mac Bonin from PSE with T.I. You know what I'm saying? Like his right hand man. Yeah. So
you had the painting.
No, I didn't have the painting.
Oh.
But I already had it painted. But I did have the picture on my phone. See all the smart y'all put together like that. So I'm showing the picture. I'm like,
document
hey,
your stuff, people.
I'm like, hey, bro, look, man, you know, check this picture. He like, oh man, that's dope. He'll like that. I'm like, yeah. So we chopped it up. We sat there. We ate breakfast. You know, we exchanged numbers. You know, we flicked it up, took a picture. You know, and maybe like a couple weeks later, he hit me up. Mac hit me up. He was like, hey, bro, you know, this Mac, you know, what's going on? I'm like, I'm just cooling, bro. Tell me something good. He was like, man, you know what? I want one of those paintings. So I'm like, all right, cool. And he was like, yeah, when you bring me the painting, then that's when we can do something with Tip and you can get the painting. So everything went cool, you know what I'm saying? And at this time, now, like I said, I wasn't painting. You know what I'm saying? I just happened to have the painting in my phone and I showed it to him. Right. And so this was like actually what kicked me back. It
was like a hobby.
Yeah, I was just doing it because I'm like, you know, this is cool, but cool, I don't really see how I'm going to really just bubble and just get straight, you know what I'm saying?
How you going to make money from it?
Exactly, you know what I'm saying? You know? So I'm like, if I'm going to make money, this means I'm going to have to do a shitload of paintings all the time, and I got a lot going on. I just can't be painting all the time.
Right, because it takes time to do them
paintings. Right, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to sell it. And so after that right there, we met at Scales 925. You know what I'm saying? I got them their pictures or whatever. And like a couple weeks later, you know what I'm saying, that's when I'm like, okay, I maybe need to start back painting. You know what I'm saying? I maybe need to start back painting. And so I think the next person I did after that, I did something for Pastor Troy. You know, me and him had bumped into each other at the Braves game, and then my picture was circulating around, you know what I'm saying, what I had did, you know. And I was like, hey, you know, cool, I got you. You know what I'm saying? So I got his picture did. And as I'm getting his picture did, I pull up to go meet him with his picture, and I end up bumping into Lil Scrappy. Wow. So, you know, I jump out the car, I got the picture in my hand, so, you know, me and him, we started conversating and talking. You know what I'm saying? And then he had Bambi with him, and he had my homie Mundo. Shout out to Mundo. That's my homie. That's my dog right there. I met him at that time right there, but you know what I'm saying? It seemed like we had known each other for a second because we actually started kicking it and hanging out and hitting the clubs and stuff and just running all over the age, showing out for no reason. All summer 16. And, anyway, I did Scrappy his picture. So I did him his picture, and when I end up taking the picture to him, we was downtown somewhere around Atlantic Station area. But anyways, as I'm doing that, I bump into, when I drop him his picture off, I'm leaving out the studio, I bump into Free Bands Casino. Wow. That's Future Brother. Yeah, and so me and him chop it up. You know, I let him know what I got going on.
That's that momentum we talk about.
Yeah, so no, I let him know. I let him know what's going on. So bro is like, yeah, I can dig that. I'm all the way with that. And so he was like, I'm gonna want a few paintings. I'm gonna want a few pictures. I'm like, all right, cool. So you know, we kicking it. Me and him, we started kicking it hard. Shout out Free Band. Shout out Casino. Shout out homie. You know what I'm saying? FBG. Okay. But anyways, yeah. So we kicking it, man. I get him his painting, you know what I'm saying, and they digging it, you know what I'm saying, he dig it, you know what I'm saying, it's hard. And after that, you know, the profile had started building up. And I missed a whole part somewhere. I don't know how I missed it somewhere. Yeah. Because in the midst of me meeting him, I bumped into Duct Tape Trouble somewhere. Trouble from DT. Duct Tape Records, you know what I'm saying? Okay. And I did him one. You know, he's on the song with Thug, you know, like a thief in the night. I take anything but some, hey, she got the head and I'm like, hey. I don't know, I don't really. Turn up.
So you was meeting all these people?
Yeah, you know, then he on that track with Lucci. Shout out to my homie Lucci too, man. Good music. I'm riding that song you did when we was in the Yo Dog. What was it, bro? Yeah, Call Out. All these bitches in my Call Out. Hey, turn up.
So once you was doing all that,
I caught them. So yeah, after I caught both of them and did business with them, I'm out at the strip club, man. And this was for one of the homies' birthday, and I ended up running into Leroy Reynolds of the Falcons. You know, we chopped it up. And he was like, shit, yeah, I want one. And so then he hits me up. He texts me and sends me this picture. And he was with the Jacksonville Jaguars at the time. He hadn't even kicked the season, hadn't even started yet. He was like, yeah, I like this picture right here, but I want you to make me in my Atlanta Falcon clothes. And I'm like, damn, he ain't even wore the Atlanta Falcon jersey yet. He was like, my number gonna be 53 though. I'm like, all right. So I went and looked at Atlanta Falcon jersey. I'm looking at one that say 51. You know what I'm saying? But I realized I went and looked at another one that had like 83 on it, so I stole the 3 off and I'm looking at it because I want to make it look exactly how it's supposed to look. And I did that right there. Boom, he loved it. And after that right there, man, the store just kept piling up.
And then you eventually opened up the, you said in September?
Yeah, I opened up in September. We opened, it's a sipping paint. You can bring your own bottle, bring your own food. We host a lot of bridal showers, birthday parties, any type of family events, corporate events, and all type of stuff like that. So, you know, like people come in, we have different kind of paint nights, paint theme night, and all kind of stuff like that. We have date nights and all that kind of cool.
That is so cool because that's becoming a trend nowadays. Like the sipping paints are becoming a trend. So to even just jump on that trend and to put it in a place like Covington,
No, it's in Conyers.
Oh, it's in Conyers.
Yeah, but it's only like 5 minutes from Quinton. Really, it's really like borderline because you know it's on Salem Road.
But they don't really have sip and paint. They typically do them here in Atlanta, and like Druid Hills area. Right. So not really out there in
competition
in the east side area.
That was a creative idea to do that. I really felt like it was a creative idea to.
Who doesn't want to sip and think they're artists? Like those paintings that most people end up doing look so professional. I'm like, look at these.
Yeah, because it's just going through. You know, you're going through the instruction. You know, just paying attention and listening. Us, because see, like how we do it at ours is, we actually put a light sketch on, and then we just let people go through the process.
A light sketch.
Oh, okay. You put a light and then they paint it in.
So they have to just actually listen to somebody say, okay, we're gonna paint this. We're gonna paint this. We're gonna paint this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that
to make it a nice.
Exactly.
Oh, okay, that's what's up. So really, y'all selling an experience, really, and that's what's up. It's a good time. So that's a really good idea.
And I just said we just got the website going, artbyrichiereggie.com. So you know, if you want any of my official work, you know what I'm saying, that's where you'll be able to get it and purchase it at. It's being built right now. So if you was to go Google it right now, it's gonna pop up. But you know, it's in the building stage. So you know, give me a couple weeks. You know what I'm saying? No later, no
Your
more.
Paintings are absolutely amazing.
Ready to go.
They're absolutely amazing. Like really, really good paintings. Well, before we end, we want to know: is there any advice? Like overall, we talked about a lot of things. A lot of you did give a lot of good advice, but overall, like to somebody who wants to be an entrepreneur themselves and try to they want to overcome that fear, but they feel like something's holding them back. Like, what is your advice to anybody who just is trying to figure out if they want to get their feet wet?
Okay, well, I have 3. Okay, so fear is your biggest cause of failure. Because, you know, if you're scared, you never even attempt. And if you never even attempt, you've already failed. So you can't let fear hold you back. You know. Number 2, really ask yourself, how much do you love yourself? You know, how much do you love your family? You know, you really love your family? Okay, well, do the things that it's going to take to sacrifice to get your life together and get yourself going where you want to go, so you can actually show your family you love them more than just telling them you love them.
Absolutely. And
number 3 is, you know, live for yourself. You know, don't live for the world. You know what I'm saying? So don't be scared to step out and be different. Don't be scared to, you know, have faith. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember when I first started doing my thing, you know what I'm saying, they looked at crazy, you know what I'm saying, for somebody, you know what I'm saying, that's a well-known, you know, drug dealer to be saying that he's going to just quit doing all of this just to do tattoos on people. You know, so I had to let that idea go of like, okay, you know, you're not going to live like that. This is what you're going to do. And you just have to not really worry about, you know what I'm saying, what the he says and the she says say.
Worry about
yourself. Just worry about yourself.
Worry about yourself.
He said, live, you know, be yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Be different. Don't be afraid to be different.
Be yourself so you can produce for yourself. I mean, that's really, we say that all the time. You got to be you. You can't be afraid to be yourself, man, because everything that you need, you already got in you. Just when you really tap into yourself, that's everything, you know what I'm saying? And that's really going to let you produce for yourself. So, Terran, you got any last words?
No, this was so amazing. Like, I was so amazed by everything. That's just really what we look for when we're, like, looking at different entrepreneurs to really talk about the things that they really went through to really make a change in their life. A lot of us, unfortunately, the way we're brought up, we don't think like, you know, entrepreneurs all the time, or don't think to go out there and do something for ourselves. So to really find that mindset somewhere throughout this crazy life.
Yeah, you know, just take the time out to literally, I'm so serious on it, you know, read. Take the time out to read sometimes. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, with me personally, I don't watch television. Like, I'll watch a movie, you know what I'm saying? I probably, in a week's time, I probably get 8 hours to 10 hours of just watching movies. You know, I watch a movie here, watch a movie one day, watch half of a movie, then watch another half of a movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, then on Sundays I may watch like some football or something like that. You know, but other than that, I don't really watch a lot of television because I live in reality. You know, and if you're watching a lot of television, you won't really be caught up in the actuality of the reality of the real world. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely, absolutely.
So I read, you know, I read, you know what I'm saying, when I have the free time, when I'm not painting or when I'm not doing a tattoo. I like to put a lot of reading in my head because, you know, you can learn something new every day.
Every single day. That's what we always say. And that's the reason why we even, you know, created this podcast, because we started off listening to podcasts because every single day, what do? We turn our car into a classroom, you know what I'm saying? Right. We're listening to something. And this is the reason why we even recording this. Right. So that somebody can be listening to this in their car, you know, driving somewhere for like, you know, 50 minutes somewhere. Pop this in. Don't listen to music for one day. Pop a podcast in, you'll learn something from somebody. Right. And that'll motivate you, you know what I'm saying, to go get it yourself so you can produce for yourself. You know, so this is what this all about, man. I really
appreciate y'all for having me, man.
This was beautiful, man. This is the reason why I love doing this. You know, I love listening to other people and seeing other people, you know, prosper and just not be scared and just go get it and everything. So this has been another episode, and produce for yourself. Peace.